Hey, what's up? It's Xantho here, and this is going to be a weird build here, as usual. And this is a poison explosive trap Pathfinder. Not ultra weird, moderately weird, but it gets kind of weird in some of the ways I'm scaling it. So defensively, I'm going Transcendence with Iron Reflexes. I'm not actually using Grace. I could be using Grace to get a bunch of extra armor from Iron Reflexes, but I opted for Malevolence just for more damage. I do have 33,000 armor, which is enough. I have 66, 61, 66, 70 res with Eternal Damnation and Transcendence. I'm not using Lore Wave, actually. Lore Wave would actually reduce my EHP in this case because I have no way to mitigate physical damage hits without using my helmet slot or other slots that I can't give up. I can't give up my glove slot, I can't give up my helmet slot, I can't give up my belt slot. You could use like Combs Binding for your belt slot, but I need Mage Blood. Okay, I don't need Mage Blood. I could use Tides of Time. These could be sustained using Tides of Time, but I just like using Mage Blood because it's fun. So Tides is probably honestly a better choice because you can sustain for much cheaper, and you can actually get increased effect on your flasks. Although you get 70% increased effect on the Enkindle, but you know what I mean. So what am I doing with the Shaco and Black Cane? So Black Cane gives each summoned Phantasm grants you Phantasmal Might, also some cast speed, and then I have a corrupted cast speed, so 27% cast speed. Now I'm a trap build, so why am I using cast speed? So I'm using Slave Driver's Hand. Architect's Hand works as well, but Slave Driver's Hand works better because he allows you to use life, and Pathfinder has tons of life recovery just by hitting your life flask. But it makes reductions, increases reductions to cast speed also by the trap throwing speed, so we're stacking kind of cast speed as a secondary scaling vector. So I have stuff like Vol Haste, I have cast speed on here, I have cast speed on a couple of my jewels. I have a ton of cast speed coming from the silver flask, so it's 40%, 20% times 1.95, which is 39% cast speed from the onslaught, and then 33% I think cast speed from the actual mod on the flask itself. So that is what, 72% increased cast speed, which is equals 72% increased trap throwing speed. So trap throwing speed is quite fast, and that's with trap mine damage for 10% less. Now back to Black Cane though. Each summoned Phantasm grants you Phantasmal Might, and if you hold Alt here, it says Phantasmal Might grants added spell damage, physical damage based on the level of the Phantasm. Multiple instances of Phantasm Might stack. So we want a high level Phantasm. This is level 32. I would like a 35, but I can't find any on the market. I think Wolfio had a 35 with Culling Strike he was testing like a month ago. I really wish he would come back online so I could buy that from him, because that would up my DPS a ton. But for now I'm using Firestorm of Pelting, Arcanist Brand, Life Tap, and Increased Duration. Firestorm of Pelting hits a ton of time, especially if you stack the storms, and get your Phantasms up. Now if I show you my Firestorm here, right in the middle there, it says each Phantasmal Might buff grants 56 to 84 added spell physical damage. So that's a lot of flat fizz, and you can have 13 summoned Phantasms. So in total that's 910 flat fizz to spells, and that's level 32. You don't get any more from level 35. You get more flat fizz, but you don't get any more Phantasms. Phantasms cap out at level 32, the number. So let's do this series real quick. Where are you? What? Oh yeah, I died because I was selling a flask to some dude, so where the hell did Sirius go? Where did he go? Why is he over here? Why is he over here? Oh my god. I've never had that happen. I guess if you just wait a while, he'll just float over all the way over here. Because I ran into a storm so I could sell a flask before I started recording this video. So as you see, the Phantasms, they're really squishy, but you can spawn them pretty easy just by getting your Arcanist Brand on a boss with Firestorm Pelting. He's already phased. He's just being a loser, not phasing. I normally have dialogue on, but I turned it off so it wouldn't be annoying. Although I have skill and sound effects on though, so whatever. But yeah, you just throw your Arcanist brand down, and that will just rain down firestorms. And then get all your Phantasms up, which they all just died, so that's unfortunate. Going to the last phase with no Phantasms up, that's gonna suck. If they can survive the phase before last, it's really nice. Because they last 32.5 seconds. That was really weird. That beam just like bent. See, if I had my Phantasms up, he would be dead before he even teleported. But yeah, DPS is pretty good. I think it's like 28 million right now, Pinnacle. Build is not really that defensive. Though I do have Transcendence, I can throw in Grace and I'd be a lot more defensive. But I've just been farming Sirius for the last 20 minutes or so. Just because, why not? Honestly, Tides is the way to go instead of Mage Blood. Much cheaper. You just have to invest a little bit. I've already invested in Flask Sustain for my Life Flask. To get my Life Flasks basically longer duration, so I have to press it less. So I already have like flask nodes here. I would just have to like pick up a couple more flask nodes, just like path over here and go these flask nodes here, and then Tide to basically perma sustain even increased effect flasks, as long as they're like T1 rules. Like this one's T1 rule where it's 24% reduced duration, 27, 23 reduced duration. However, this one wouldn't work with Tides because the Void Shock would get pushed over 100%, unfortunately. So that's why I'm kind of wondering why I'm using Mage Blood, because I really like the Storm Shroud combo of Void Shock. Easy way to get element immunity on a Mage Blood build. But that's basically the build. It maps okay. If you can honestly just buy a Summon Phantasm Gem and swap it into your set of Unbound Elements. And just get your Phantasms that way. Just for mapping though. For bossing you want to use Firestorm or Pelting. But it's actually more damage to have your Phantasms up while mapping rather than Unbound Elements. Even if they're only like level 20 Phantasms. So level 20 Phantasms are good. So that's the build. I might update this in a couple days with my progress and kind of making it better, but just thought it'd just be a quick video showing you guys some weird shit that you can do. So that's it. Peace out.